أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الصلاة والسلام على رسول الله السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. So in this short session, we're going to look at how to record transactions in SAP and generate a report. In Blackboard, I have uploaded the SAP Practice 1, which you can see on the screen. And these are transactions that we're going to record in SAP. And then we're going to use a chart of accounts, which I also posted in Blackboard, and I'm going to show it to you on the screen. This is what it looks like, the chart of accounts. Now you notice in the chart of accounts, we have the account name of the account number, and on the very left, we have the account name in SAP. The account name in SAP is slightly different than the accounts we are used to because it's preset in SAP, so we need to know what they are. So now let's log into SAP, and before you follow along, I recommend you print the practice one that I showed you and this chart of accounts that you see on the screen, because this is going to help you follow, because we're not going to switch back and forth between the SAP screen and the PDF files. So let's go to the SAP screen. Okay, now this is the SAP screen, and when you this is a login screen. In the username, I posted a username for every single user. I'm going to put in my username, so it is teach, and notice how I'm typing. The first letter is capital, and then the letters are in lowercase, dash, and there is a 3-digit number for you, and I'm entering my 3-digit number, and then your password. The first time when you enter your password, the system is going to ask you to change the password and create a new password, and then you can use that password to come and log back in. I'm going to use my password here, and then make sure the language is English. It should be already. And then here in this screen, you should enter, in this box, you should enter 240. The client number is 240, and then you log in. Uh-oh, it's not letting me. Let's try again. Bismillah. Okay. Now we are going to come to the screen. On the top, we have financial accounting, so we click on that. That's where we have to go. And then we have to go to post journal entries. This box right here, we click that, and this brings us to this screen right here. Here we're going to enter the journal entries, and we have to change a few things here. The first thing is this journal entry date. We are going to select today's date. So whenever you're entering the entry, select that day's date. So today is October 17, 2022. We enter that. This posting date next to this should already be today's date, so nothing to do there. The journal entry type should be SA. It should already be there. If not, you should type in SA. The company code should be US00. The first time when you come in, it's not going to show that. You can click here and select US00 from there. If you selected it once, the following logins, it will already show. The transaction currency, you should select USD, United States dollars. And then the last box that we want to change is this box right here, which says translation date. That also should be today's date, so October 17th. Now, those are the settings we have to change only one time for all the entries. And then now we go into entering the journal entries. So we have two boxes, two lines here. The first line, we're going to enter the debit. In the second line, we're going to enter the credit. So the first transaction in the practice one, it says sold common stock for 50,000. So the journal entry for that is debit to cash and credit to common stock. Now we come here and we type in the account number for cash, which is in the chart of accounts. The account number is 100,015. So it is 1000015. Once we do this, this box will pop up and we want to select the bank 001. If you notice in chart of accounts, under the account name in SAP, it shows bank 001. So we select that and we enter the debit, which is $50,000. 50,000. Okay. Then we come to the next line, which is for the credit. And here we are going to enter common stock. Now, the common stock account number in SAP is 2 million. And the name of the account is fixed capital. So we type in 2 million. And we see that this gives us the option to select this fixed capital. Fixed capital is the common stock account in SAP. If your screen does not show a box for credit here and you see these three dots, then click here and this window will pop up. Type in the credit amount, which is 50,000. Now in some logins, you might have this box showing already. In that case, you don't have to do this extra step. But if this box does not show, go to these three dots, click here, this box will show up and you type in the credit amount. Did I do it right? And that's it, 50,000. Okay. Now, once I do that, on the top right, you will see in red, it shows total balance 50,000 in red. We want this number to be 0 and we want it to be green. So to make that, you have to click on the very left arrow right here in any one of the lines that says expand/collapse. Click that and click it again, and you see on the top right it has become 0. Now that's the first entry. For every entry, we're going to add 2 lines and we're going to enter the next entry. So we click 2 lines and the next entry is purchased equipment for 25,330. So debit is going to be in equipment and the account number is 630,000. The account name in SAP is operating equipment. Debit is 25,330. Credit is going to be cash. Bank 001. Same place we go, 25,330. And again, it's showing red. I expand and collapse, and it becomes green. Now, you can add all the lines at once, but in case if there is an error and there is a glitch, then you have to delete those lines and come back again. So I recommend you add 2 lines at a time so that you don't have any extra effort later on. So the next entry is paid franchise fee, 20,750. The debit is going to be to intangible assets and the account is 500,000 and the account name for intangible assets is other assets. Now make sure you select the account by looking at the text and not the number, because sometimes some numbers are very close and we want to add the accounts based on the name. So we add that and the debit is 20,750 and the credit is to cash. Same account, 20,750, and again you see that it is red, so we want to make it green. You might have to click it a couple of times sometimes to make this green on the top right. Okay, next entry, we add two more lines, and the next is paid rent for 1 month, 1,500. So debit is going to be rent expense. Now all expenses other than depreciation and amortization is 6,300,000. So we will enter 6,300,000, and it gives us other expenses. Now sometimes you see I entered 6,300,000, but the other expenses are not showing here. To take care of this problem, get rid of 10, just delete 10, and you will see that it's still showing the same 6,300,000, although you did not type 6,300,000. So other operating expense, right? That's what we want to select. Debit is 1,500, and credit is to cash, 1,500. And again, every time it's showing red, so we need to, now I have done it one time, it's not showing. I'm going to try one more time. Bismillah. Still not showing. Let me try this one. So here is the problem. The cash account, I did not select the right one. So now it should be okay. Okay, there you go. So make sure it's green before you go to the next account, so that if you continue to enter and there is a problem in one of the lines later on, if you have 20 lines in there, it would be difficult for you to find out where the problem is. So check the account number, check the debit and the credit to make sure where the problem is, and then fix it before you go to the next one. Now we add two more lines, and the next entry is purchase inventory on account. So we are going to debit inventory and credit accounts payable. Inventory account is 1,020,000, 1,020,000, and it is called production supplies in SAP, production supplies. And the amount is 10,500, and we're going to credit accounts payable. The account number for accounts payable in SAP is 110185, and the name is payables miscellaneous 018. So we select that and we put the credit 10,500, and Bismillah. So we're halfway there. 5 of the entries are in. Now we go to the 6th entry, which says recorded depreciation. Okay, let's add 2 lines for the next entry. Come down here, and depreciation expense is 7,250,000, 7,250,000, and the account name is depreciation expense. So deprec expense right there, and the debit amount is 3,450, and the credit is going to go to accumulated depreciation, which is account name, account number 7,200,000, 7,200,000, and the account name is depreciation fixed assets, depreciation FI asset right there. Credit amount is 3,450. Let's fix the balance. Still, these triangles, as you see here, are red. So we need to make them green right there. Okay, now it's fixed. Two more lines. Next entry is recorded amortization for 2,850. So these are now the same accounts for depreciation and amortization. In real life, you might have different accounts for them in different companies, but for some limitations we have in SAP, we're using the same account. The amount is 2,850, and accumulated depreciation or amortization is again same account, 7,200,000, and it is depreciation fixed assets, and credit is 2,850. Let's fix the balance. Okay, now next two lines we have transaction number 8, received payments from customers in advance. So we received payments and we haven't done the work. So this is debit to cash and credit to unearned revenue. Now the cash, let's do the cash first. Bank 001, the amount is 7,000. The credit is going to go to unearned revenue, which is account number 700,000. The SAP name for that account is prepayments. So 700,000, if we select that, here is the prepayment. We select that account and we credit 7,000. All right. Two more entries to go. Add two more lines here. All right. Now the next transaction number 9 is provided service for cash. So we debit cash and we credit sales. Bank 001, the amount is 9,500, and credit to sales. Sales account number is 4 million. 4, and the account name in SAP is also sales. 9,500 is the amount, and there you go. The last is recorded salaries expense. So we are going to debit salaries expense. Okay, this box is now showing red here, so we want to make that green. Okay, now it's green. So all expenses other than depreciation and amortization is other operating expense, which is 6,300,000, account number 6,300,000, and that is other expenses, other operating expenses right there. The amount is 6,550. The credit is going to go to cash. Bank 001, 6,550. Okay, now we have all these transactions recorded here. Okay, now we want to post these transactions. Before we do, we have to come to this icon right here which says settings, and we need to only select 3. So we're going to select all and unselect all, and we are only going to select 3 items. The first one is the GL account, the second one is the debit amount, the second one is the credit amount. So these 3 right here we're going to select, and we are going to click OK. So this is where we went to the settings. Then once we have done that, on the very right at the bottom there is an icon that says post. We click that. This box will pop up. We will select display, and then it will take us to the posted journal entries. We have right here the journal entry is recorded here that we recorded right now. And if you click here, down here for more, it will show you all 20 that you have recorded, right? All 20 lines, 10 journal entries. Now, what we want to do now is we want to generate a report that is going to be submitted in Blackboard. So how do you do that? You come here and click on this icon on the right side. It says export to spreadsheet. As soon as you click that, it's going to generate an Excel spreadsheet. It's going to generate an Excel spreadsheet. Can you see the Excel spreadsheet generated on the bottom left, Bilal? Bilal?
It's not showing. The screen is
Okay.
quite tight. You just
Okay.
click on it and it will be showing then.
Okay. Let me share with you the entire screen.
Yes, better.
Okay. Okay. For some reason, it's not showing, but the Excel spreadsheet will generate once you click on that. And I'm going to show you how the Excel spreadsheet looks like in just a second. The thing that you have to submit. Okay. Just hang on just a second. It is going to come here, inshallah. Okay. Can you see the Excel spreadsheet?
Yeah, it's not showing.
Okay. Okay. So you are seeing it, yeah? You can see it,
Yep.
Bilal?
Yep.
Okay. Once I click on that export to Excel, this export to spreadsheet, this is what you're going to open. You save this file in your desktop using your first name and your last name. And then on the day of the exam, once you prepare this report, you upload it in Blackboard. All right. And that's the entire activity. Are there any questions, Bilal? Is it clear?
Yeah, now is it clear? Now what if in case a student missed that display after the posting, where a
Okay.
student can go in order to generate the report?
Okay, very good question. Uh, it's best to be careful and not miss that, because in case the student entered multiple journal entries on the same day, right, all of them will show when they go to generate the report, right? So we will do the troubleshooting, separately, but let's focus on these steps that we have, and we keep it uh, like this. So the student should practice these steps exactly the way we did, and they should do it on the day of the exam. As you see, it takes the whole thing, after I speak, it takes less than 20 minutes. And if somebody does it without talking, they can do it in less than that, right? So I'm going to stop the recording now, Bilal, inshallah, and we will keep the tutorial to what we have. Is that okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Inshallah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.